In the early 1900s, Waterbury's population of 73,000 was largely made up of new immigrants from Europe, who brought with them their language, cultures, and deep faith. They were attracted to the city's strong industrial base, which provided jobs to those with limited English language skills, but a willingness to work hard. In 1907, Right Reverend Monsignor William J. Slocum, pastor of the Immaculate Conception Church on the Green in Waterbury, made a personal donation of $20,000 to open a hospital in the industrial heart of the city, to provide health care in a spiritually enriched environment to the working people of Waterbury. The first 4 patients were admitted to St. Mary's Hospital on March 2, 1909. The 120-bed hospital, which is today the Slocum Building, boasted a staff of 14, 6 of whom were Sisters of St. Joseph of Chambray, the designated administrators of St. Mary's Hospital. Nurses worked 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week, and the cost to patients was 50 cents a day. Before long, St. Mary's staff grew as patient admissions increased. Early horse-drawn hospital ambulances were crewed by young medical school graduates who would typically serve for 6-month terms and be replaced by new hires from successive graduating classes. Horse-drawn ambulances gave way to motor-powered ambulances as early as 1900. However, the first mass-produced automobile-based ambulances weren't manufactured until 1909, the year St. Mary's opened its doors. Nicknamed the Brass City, Waterbury was the leading center for the manufacture of brass in the United States throughout the first half of the 20th century. Screws, washers, buttons, lipstick cases, and alarm clocks were just some of the items manufactured in Waterbury's brass mills during this time. By 1918, Waterbury's population had grown to 92,000. With the increasing population came a need to expand St. Mary's facilities and services. This year, St. Mary's sent 13 nurses to help care for troops in World War I. The Great Flu epidemic, which devastated Europe in the aftermath of the war, reached the United States and arrived in Waterbury with the returning troops and a wave of new immigrants. Within 48 hours of admission, 266 influenza patients were hospitalized and 95 patients died. The staff at St. Mary's never faltered and provided care without a concern for their own health. This same commitment to the integrity of patient care continues today at St. Mary's. Waterbury suffered with the rest of the United States in the darkest days of the Great Depression, with unemployment rising to 25%. St. Mary's responded with a commitment to caring by providing a new dispensary, opened to care for the poor. A 25-cent fee covered all treatments, and medication was sold at cost to those who could afford it, but provided free to those who could not. Today, St. Mary's provides $2 million of free care to the community each year, and their commitment to caring continues in the face of reduced reimbursement from government and insurers. During the early 1940s, Waterbury worked 24/7 to feed the increasing needs of a world at war. The Scoville Manufacturing Company, makers of metal buttons, snaps, fuses, munitions, and artillery equipment, employed 10,000 people. And the combined metal manufacturing mills in the city occupied more than 2 million square feet in over 90 buildings. St. Mary's responded to the population increase by constructing a new hospital building, Sacred Heart, and a staff of 171 that included 31 Sisters of St. Joseph, 21 of whom were nurses. Their commitment to excellence provided care primarily for industrial accidents and injuries, including burns and amputations. Today, that commitment to excellence is demonstrated in St. Mary's Open Heart Program and the Da Vinci robotic surgery equipment that provides the technology to deal with this generation's cardiology and cancer concerns. Still an industrial powerhouse in the 1950s, Waterbury was stricken by the Great Flood, caused by back-to-back hurricanes in August of 1955. Once again, St. Mary's responded to the city's needs. In the aftermath of the hurricanes, 174 patients were treated for immersion, another 1,000 for additional flood-related injuries, and 8,000 typhoid shots were administered. Today, St. Mary's serves as vice chair of the local Disaster Planning Commission, whose mandate is to prepare for natural or man-made disasters. In the late 1960s, Waterbury underwent many changes. The manufacturing heart of the city never quite recovered from a combination of the Great Flood and the move from brass to plastic, which eliminated thousands of jobs. St. Mary's, however, retained its commitment to the city of Waterbury by opening a new coronary care unit and intensive care unit. These new approaches to disease management, combined with the addition of the O'Brien Building, greatly enhanced the hospital's ability to serve the community. Today, this commitment to excellence has garnered St. Mary's the Distinguished Gold and Silver Awards from the American Heart Association, and St. Mary's has been designated as a stroke center from the Connecticut Department of Health. Once again, Waterbury saw many changes in the 1980s. The surrounding suburbs grew faster than the central city, and children of the baby boom moved out of the city in search of better schools and single-family homes. The city's 3 family houses became home to an older generation who had retired from the mills, along with an influx of new immigrants. With the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 and the freedom granted to the peoples of Eastern Europe, a new wave of immigrants arrived in Waterbury, the city known as a portal to the American dream. As the city's population expanded, so did St. Mary's. A 47,000 square foot maternity center was added, along with 2 new floors to the Kenny Building. The hospital's commitment to caring also provided jobs for many of the new immigrants. On January 16, 2000, St. Mary's Hospital made history once again by celebrating the first birth in the Birthplace, Connecticut's only in-hospital birth center. Located in the Women and Infant Center, the Birthplace is open to women with low-risk pregnancies who want the most natural childbirth experience possible, with the support of a certified nurse midwife working collaboratively with a board-certified obstetrician. Today, Waterbury is the 4th largest city in Connecticut, with a population of almost 110,000, and is still home to a diverse population that embraces a variety of cultures, languages, and religions. 100 years after opening its doors, St. Mary's is a 347-bed Catholic teaching hospital with a staff of approximately 1,800. The hospital continues to expand its network of services, forging alliances with other key healthcare providers, and exploring new ways to comfort and cure. Today, St. Mary's has a renewed commitment to Father Slocum's original mission of providing excellent health care in a spiritually enriched environment to improve the health of the community.